I'm really excited. I don't usually get nervous, but I'm a little nervous, I confess, about this next interview. Our next guest is an absolute legend, known throughout Hollywood as one of the oddest and most visionary directors around. Movies like Blue Velvet, The Straight Story, Mulholland Drive is most recent, and of course the magnificent TV series Twin Peaks. It's our great pleasure to have David Lynch here today via satellite from our Los Angeles bureau. Mr. Lynch, thank you for joining us.
Good to see you, Leo.
I feel like saying we're not worthy. You are truly an auteur, a master of your craft. And
Thank you, Leo.
I'm very pleased to see that you're moving to the web. You've been playing with the web.
You betcha. I am. I feel a little strange talking to you, Leo. I'm in a little dark room, I think far away from you. Where are you, Leo?
We're in San Francisco, David.
I gotcha.
So we are a little distant from you, and I don't know if you can see us. You probably can't.
I can see you there, Leo, but you're out of sync by several seconds.
All right, well, I'll try to talk faster. The website is as quirky and different as everything else you do. When did you start doing stuff on the web?
Well, I started building this site with my friend Eric Bassett 2.5 years ago, and it's turned out to be a huge project. It's taken 2.5 years. We just launched about 2 months ago, and it is the future for me.
Really?
I love stills. I love items. I love music. I love sound. I love small moving pictures, and I love films. And this is a home to all that and a whole lot more.
One of the things that the web has had some difficulty with is as a new medium, nobody really knows what it is. And so people come to it, I think, with their own preconceived notions. Print people come and they say, oh, well, it's a magazine. TV people say, oh, no, it's television. But I like what you've done because you're not stuck with any one way of delivering it. It's very...
Leo, it's an experiment.
Yeah.
And we don't know what it's going to turn into. It's right now a point of departure, and it's the most fantastic thing. The world of ether is huge, and we're poking out there and starting lots and lots of threads and finding out where it's going to end up. And it's like the Magical Mystery Tour. It's so exciting to me, I can't tell you.
Is there... what is it you like about it? What is it that's different from the normal media that you work in?
Well, it's fragments. One thing interacts with another, and it's like I said, it's all the different things you see out there found in one site. So to me, it's a grand experiment. It's a place to kind of get lost. It can be mysterious. There are certain parts of this site that I don't even think a lot of the members have found. So
that's true.
It's
lots of nooks and crannies.
It's a beautifully complicated world, this thing of ether, and it holds a lot of promise for me. I love it. I love it.
Well, I would guess that one of the advantages, I mean, in a movie, it's such a major undertaking, so expensive. There's so many people involved. This you can kind of do yourself. I mean, you really, this is all you. We just saw a little bit of Dumbland. I know you even do the voices in that yourself.
Yeah, I learned Flash, and I'm not an expert. I love what's the still one? Photoshop. I love Photoshop, and I love After Effects, and I love Flash animation, and I love shooting with DV. So these programs are so beautiful, and I'm only touching the surface of them. And so on Dumbland, for instance, it takes me about 60 hours to animate one little show, and then we go into the studio and do a mix for it, and then I do the voices, you know, for that show. And
you do all the voices?
I do all the voices. We have a little box that, you know, helps me out, and I have a lot of technical help on the site and on the shows. We
just were looking at the phone dialer. That if somebody just comes to that, and I was playing with it earlier today, you might just say, well, this is a phone dialer. What's going on here? I mean, nothing's coming up. But you can enter magic numbers, can't you?
There are several numbers that will take you to certain places if you dial the correct number. So all these numbers start with X, and you don't know until you dial the phone where you're going to go.
You gave us a hint. And I think if you watch some of your DVDs, there's clues in there, right?
There could be, yeah.
I hope I haven't given anything away. If you had started in your career instead of years ago, more recently, do you think you would have gravitated more towards this kind of technology than film?
Listen, when I was starting out, there was nothing like this. For me, I started out as a painter, and any world has a great depth. So if you're a painter, you start one place, and little by little by little, you get in there and you get lost, and it's a beautiful thing. Right. Film is the same way. The internet is another place to go. It didn't exist. And now you see this ether and see how huge, it's infinite. And we can all go there, and we can all, float stuff out, and maybe people will come and see it. It's the most fantastic thing. It costs a lot still, relatively speaking, a small amount compared to film, but little by little by little, this is going to become, everyone's home to show what they've got.
Yeah, you do. I know there's a weblog on there, and of course that's one of the hot things right now on the internet. And that's an example of where people just spew out whatever they have to say, and it may be images, it may be words, and that's fairly easy for people to do and low cost too. Do you think everybody should have a website?
Everybody should have a website. Creating things is one of the most beautiful things we can do. So catching ideas and translating them into some medium is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And the internet is there, many, many, many tools are there with the computers to help us, translate ideas. It's a great, big, beautiful world. And you mentioned the chat room. We've got some incredible members on this site, and it's fantastic to to talk with them almost every day, and through them find out a lot of things that are going on in the world.
Yeah, you have a very devoted fan base. And by the way, we're watching a little bit of Out Yonder here, which is pretty wild stuff. This one you played with some what video editing? Is this done in After Effects?
That the shadows in After Effects, yeah.
Yeah, really neat stuff. And you're doing this yourself. This is not, you're not saying to somebody, here, do that.
No. I do 99% of it myself. I have a lot of help. We have a small team of workaholics, and we have an editing department, this whole sound department, and then Eric Bassett's got the servers and things down on Laguna Beach. So there's a lot of support, but when it comes down to the things, I love being involved.
There's photos on there. Any paintings, David Lynch paintings on there?
Yeah, there's a gallery, and it has some of my paintings. There's still photos and some industrial photos and some nude photos. I've got a lot more. They just haven't been posted up yet.
Now, we should tell people that you can't just wander in. You have to pay and register to become a member. And this is kind of bucking the trend on the internet. You're asking people to pay, what is it, $9.97 per month?
$9.97 a month.
Where did that number come from?
Well, it adds up to 7, which is important. The thing is that it costs so much to do this, and even now I'm losing money. Yeah. So I want to be able to sustain the thing and have it grow. And I think people are getting hip to the fact that if they want to see something, they got to help out in some small way.
Right.
And it's just the way it is. Nothing can be put up there because it costs so much to do it if you don't charge something. You
have a contest, I know, starting tomorrow. Lunch with Lynch.
We've got a Lunch with Lynch contest going, and it's lunch. People will be, sent to Los Angeles, and we'll have a lunch at Bob's Big Boy.
Well worth it. Mr. Lynch, I want to thank you.
Oh, it's so worth it. That food is fantastic, and we'll have a great time.
You eat there a lot?
I used to eat there. I ate there every day for 7 years, but I didn't have. I had chocolate shake and coffee when I went there, but I got a lot of ideas at Bob's.
I don't know why, but I'm not surprised. Is that where pies go to die?
No, I didn't have the pie. I had a chocolate shake and coffee.
Okay. David, I want to thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for your wonderful work. We really have enjoyed what you do, and everybody I know looks forward to the next thing that David Lynch is into. And right now, it's davidlynch.com, and a fascinating website.
Thank you very much, Leo. It was good talking to you.
Real pleasure talking to you, sir. David Lynch via satellite from Los Angeles. Are you a Lynch fan? We'll see about that. Hop over to thescreensavers.com for a special How Well Do You Know David Lynch giveaway. Answer the right questions and enter to win the entire first season of Twin Peaks on DVD, wrapped in plastic.